Hello. Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the Feminine Economy. I'm super duper excited to share this training with you. One of the biggest, actually, let me step back. It has actually been a long 2 weeks, so bear with me a little bit today if I tend to stumble over my words. I'm Chris Williams. I am the owner and founder of Shine Wellness. Good morning, Sharon. And the founder of Activate Abundance Academy that supports and empowers women to build six-figure businesses based on heart-centered values. So we don't need to trade our well-being or our integrity for success. And so one of the questions that I get a lot is, where do I find clients? Right? I even have myself asking, sometimes that thought comes in my brain. I've got this really cool thing. Where am I going to find clients? So I'm going to share with you the strategies that I actually teach inside of Activate Abundance Academy on how do you find clients? Where do you find clients? And so it's really, really important that we start with a couple things. So first and foremost, we want to be in an abundant mindset, right? When we are asking ourselves where to find clients, that kind of makes us feel like we don't know where they are, right? Obviously, we're like, where do we find clients? They're not here. But if we start from the premise that clients are everywhere, right? And we just need to uncover where they are that are already in my world, that's a very different thing than I can't find clients, right? So when we're in the mindset of I can't find clients, I don't know where they are, we're in scarcity. And it's really, really hard to create from the energy of scarcity, because what ends up happening is that we think we don't have them. We think we don't have access to it. We think that they're way over there somewhere and we don't have like the secret to the magic client closet, right? We don't have the key. We don't have the special handshake to get into the room where all the paying clients are, right? And so that's scarcity. And it's really, really hard to create from that place, because what ends up happening is we end up creating evidence for why we believe that to be true. So we have to start any of our conversations on bringing in paying clients, attracting clients to us from this premise that we are in the abundance mindset. Clients are everywhere. And now we just want to be able to share, be visible so that they can find us. So can we turn this conversation around a little bit differently? And instead of making it about where do we find clients, instead, let's say, how do we help people find us? How can we be more visible? Where are the places that we want to go to and be, so our ideal clients that need us are actually going to be reaching out to us? And doesn't that feel so much better? If that feels better, I want you to pop in the comments, yes. I want you to pop in the comments, attract, if it feels so much better to have people reaching out to us, to have people coming into our ecosystem that we know that we want to serve, versus us trying to hustle or chase clients or think that there's some magic handshake. Yes, great, awesome. Thank you, Sharon. So glad that this is resonating, right? So remember, our thoughts and our emotions are actually going to create the energy that we're in. And I always start from energy, always, 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 because when we're in alignment with an abundant energy, all of the things that we do, all of the steps that we take, all of the pieces that we put together actually work a whole lot better. As a matter of fact, think about this simple thing of just changing the thought in your brain is actually going to help you 10x your client attraction, the magnetism that you have, the confidence that you have in bringing people into your ecosystem. So I always start there. It doesn't mean I'm not going to talk about strategy. I am absolutely going to talk about strategy. I love, love, love strategy, but I want to make sure that the strategy that I give you is the most effective. And so inside of Activate Abundance Academy, we always start here. Who are we being? What energy are we in? Because that matters. That absolutely matters. And I'm sure that you've seen this before, right? If you've been in a conversation with somebody and their energies kind of felt wonky or needy, or, it just doesn't, it feels off, right? You can feel that, right? Yeah, we all do. So instead, we just get to be, and you know what? Clients are everywhere. How can I be more visible so that they can find me? So I'm going to share my screen with you. And if you want this handout, I want you to pop in the chat handout. So pop in the chat, even if you're watching the replay, handout, and I will make sure that you have access to this resource. This is a complimentary resource. I'm going to take you through it today because we are going to talk about where your ideal clients are hanging out and how to attract them so that you're bringing people into your ecosystem. You're not just hustling, trying to chase after clients. Huge difference. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen with you. So this is where to find more soulmate clients and 55 ways to attract them with 21 client attracting freebies. So this is like one of my all-time favorite resources that I love to share because it really just puts things into perspective on the practical steps too, right? So I'm not just going to give you theory. I never just give you theory. I want to give you practical steps that you can actually take action on so that you are building an empowering business, so that you know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. So the first thing that I want to share is before I actually go through this next place on where your ideal clients, what might be, I really want to share this piece on the people that are in your ecosystem or the people that you're bringing into your ecosystem who are potential clients for you actually fall into 3 categories. One are the sidewalkers. Some are in the slow lane and some are in the fast lane, right? So I'm going to give you some percentages here so that you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. Sidewalkers are those people in your world that really don't believe that they have a problem, right? They're like, they might comment, they might say, oh, that post was really great. They might say, yes, I want the free thing, but they honestly are not planning on doing anything different because they don't believe they have a problem. And 30% of the people that are in your world actually fall into that category. Let me just say that is not your soulmate client. Why? Because they don't believe they have a problem, which means they're not willing to do anything to change it. And your job is not to try to convince or persuade them that they need you, or try to convince or persuade them that they have to do something about their problem. They have to be willing, right? We all have to be willing to do something different, right? If we're struggling with something, we can't just be interested in maybe possibly doing something about it. We have to be like, you know what? I'm done with this and I'm ready to go. So whether your ideal client is done with the stress and the burnout, or whether your ideal client is finally done with, the extra weight that she's been carrying around, or maybe she's done, some of you might be like, I am done with being a starving artist. I am done with that archetype. I am done with being the starving healer. I'm ready to have a 6-figure business so that I can serve more and have a lifestyle that I want that allows me to be present for me and my family and my clients, right? But you have to be done with the old stuff and committed to doing something about it. People on the sidewalk are not done with their pain yet. They're not willing to do anything about it. And so that is not your ideal client. So we just get to tuck them in and love on them and be like, awesome. We don't need to message or hustle or chase those clients. We don't want to. And probably 80% of you are actually spending your time there. You feel like you've got to chase clients, convince them that they need your solution, right? And so that is why you're probably getting a whole shit ton of, I can't afford it. I need to ask, my partner. I'm not sure, I need to think about it more. I don't have the time. I don't know, right? The reason why you're having conversations and like that, and you're getting answers like that is because they are sidewalkers. They're not ready to do anything different yet. That doesn't mean that they won't be ready at some time, but right now they're not. And when you're spending 80% of your time trying to chase these people and drag them over the finish line to work with you, it uses a whole lot of energy. It's not effective. So can we just agree today, type yes if you're willing to agree, that there are people in your ecosystem that are sidewalkers that are not ready to do anything about their problem. And that's great. And we'll tuck them in and love on them, but that's not our ideal client. Okay. So type yes in the comments if we can come to that agreement that you do not need to chase, drag anybody across the finish line, or hustle after clients. Okay. Now, who do we want to focus our time and energy on? This is the key. The people that are in the slow lane and the fast lane. And I'm going to share what the difference is. The slow lane are people that want a solution. They are the ones that are Googling, how do I lose these last 20 pounds? How do I balance my hormones? What is going on? How do I stop these hot flashes? How, what are the ways that I can lower my stress, right? These people are looking for a solution. They're looking for a solution. They are tired of being in their pain and they're looking for a solution. They just haven't found you yet. Okay. Those make up between, let's see, those are about 67% of your world. So that should feel really, really good. We know that's about 67% of the people in our ecosystem, and the people that we want to have reaching out to us are in our ecosystem. 67% are in the slow lane. Okay, so that should feel really good. Now, fast lane clients, who are they? Those are people who are ready. They're like, I see you, I'm ready, and I am all in, sister. I want what you have. I want your support. I'm ready to get out of my pain. I want to have this different experience over here. I'm ready. So 3% of people in your world right now are ready. Okay, so when we take, why am I talking about numbers? Because I want you to know that where you are going to spend your time is your people that are ready to go already have a know, like, trust experience of you. They see you, they hear you. Those people actually just need invitations. Those people are waiting for you to reach out to them and say, hey, Chris, I've got this really cool thing and I think it would really serve you. Would you be interested in hearing the details? They're waiting, but you haven't yet reached out to them. You haven't given them the invitation, okay? They are here and they want support and they're just waiting to hear a little bit more about it. Now, the people in the slow lane, we need to be more visible. And so this is what we're going to talk about today, okay? Think about the people that are in your fast lane. They're in your warm market. They are still 3% of the people in your world that are ready to go right now, which means you could actually reach out to them and they'd be like, yeah, I'm ready to go, okay? What I'm going to talk about today, though, is the people that are in the slow lane. How can you be more visible to those people? Where are those people hanging out? Okay. I'm also going to share with you 55 ways to bring them into your ecosystem more so that they can not only find you, but also have a know, like, trust experience of you, because you want to move them from the slow lane where they're looking for a solution into the fast lane where they're ready to be like, yes, I love what you're saying. I love your energy. I love the pathway that you're teaching me. I love, the solution and the transformation that you're talking to me about, and I'm ready. So let's dive in. All righty. Where to find your clients. I want you to think about your soulmate clients are somewhere on the bullseye. Okay, where do we start? We want to start with our personal connections. We all have personal connections, right? Whether we have friends, whether we have family, whether we are in other groups where we are connecting and collaborating with people, we all have a direct personal connection with somebody that we can actually have a conversation right now. So I want you to think about your personal connections are the people that are ready to have you reach out to them. Okay. Again, not the sidewalkers, not, your cousin Jane, who might be commenting a lot, but you know that she's been doing the same thing over and over and over, and she's really not ready to do anything differently or do anything. She's just not your ideal client. So we want to be really, really clear, number one, about who your ideal client is. And again, remember, and I'm going to keep saying this because repetition is the way that we learn. Your soulmate client, your ideal client, is the one who has a problem and she wants to solve it. Okay. So personal connections, we all have people in our world right now that we know, that we've met, that are looking for a solution to whatever problem it is that they have. Number two, a 1% connection. So I want you to think about people in your world who might know somebody, right? So this actually happens a whole lot for me. I have and I've built a lot of personal network connections. So thinking about, people that I connect with and I collaborate with. So where my wellness entrepreneur be hanging out, right? Well, maybe she's working with a copywriter. Maybe she's also working with a mindset coach. Maybe she is also, friends with somebody that that knows me, right? So maybe my mastermind sister who actually helps women balance their hormones has a friend who's also a wellness entrepreneur that needs support building and growing her business, right? Well, the 1% connection is my friend's friend, right? So think about your friends' friends or your collaboration partners' friends. And so, two of the things that I teach inside of Activate Abundance is that when we are building and growing our business, there are two main things that we're working on. One is, who do we know and what are we doing? What are the actions that we are taking personally to attract our ideal client into our world, nurture them and create a relationship, and then invite them to work with us? That's one way that we grow our business. But the other way that so many people are missing are these personal network connections. This is leveraging other people's audiences. And so you also want to be finding out, where might your ideal client be in your personal network connections? You can also think about programs that you love connections, right? Wow, like my friend who my mastermind sister, who I'm giving an example, using an example of this, she has worked with, probably 8 of us inside of the mastermind already to work and create peak performance. And many of us are dealing with hormonal imbalance. And so just by being in the room with other women, she is in the room with a program, same mastermind, and her clients are there too. So you also have clients that might be in programs that you love. Inside of Activate Abundance, we have many, many people who work with each other. So it's really, really cool. Don't forget that the programs that you love, the tribes that you're in, the communities that you're in already have got people that also have problems that they want to solve, right? We're all human, whether it is we want to lose the last 20 pounds or balance our hormones or stop working so much or, whatever it is, right? Somebody in the programs or communities that you're in needs you. Your job is not to chase them. Your job is to attract them and let them know what it is that you do so that they can reach out to you for more information. Okay. And then the last place are places that you research. So I want you to think about, where might you research? Maybe there's a networking community, an event that you go to where you get to meet more people. One of the things that I started recently here inside the Charlotte area was coffee connections and collaborations, where women entrepreneurs could get together. And so it's actually a meetup group. And so there are women that are coming into this community researching women entrepreneurs groups, right? So they're researching online, they're Googling online, hey, where's a women's entrepreneur group? So they are actually researching a group. So there are many places that you could research. You could research, first of all, you want to know your ideal client. You want to know, where are they hanging out? So where is your ideal client hanging out? Maybe they're taking yoga classes. Maybe they're taking meditation classes. Maybe they go to an acupuncturist. Maybe they have chiropractic visits, right? Maybe they get monthly massage. Those are places. And if you know that your ideal client goes there and has that service in a different way than you do, then you can research those places to find out where your ideal client is hanging out, right? So I want you to see how broad this is. Your ideal client is everywhere, everywhere. So but we want to be specific about where, the place is, right? So she's all around you. She's in your local supermarket. She's going to the yoga class with you. Maybe she's taking Pure Barre classes with you if that's your jam. Maybe she's part of a walking group, right? But they're there. So I want you to start thinking about, and here's the magic question, write this down. Where does your ideal client go when she leaves her house? Where does she go when she leaves her house? And where does she go when she's online? Those two things. Where else is she spending her time? Where else is she spending her time? You want to go there. You want to go there. All right. If you want more support about this, definitely join me inside of Activate Abundance. We dive all in on this to really help you pinpoint where your ideal clients are already spending their time and hanging out. All right, so here's some more questions for you to uncover where they're spending their time. So where do they congregate? Maybe they go to church every Sunday. Maybe they go to a yoga class. Maybe they hang out online in, for example, a group for women who need to balance their hormones who are 50 and over. As a matter of fact, that was one of the places that I hung out when I was starting my business. I was at that time, also going through menopause. And so I joined a group where other women were hanging out and I had resources that I could share with them. So go to the places where they hang out online. What Facebook groups are they in? What books do they read? Maybe there is a book club, if somebody is really interested in reading about the law of attraction, maybe they're in a book club like that, or maybe they want more fun sci-fi books, go in there. What are their hobbies? Are they into knitting? Are they into hiking? Are they into walking? Do they do yoga, meditation classes? Again, what are their hobbies? What workshops and seminars do they go to? So I just got back from an amazing conference in Chicago with my coach, and it is for women who are leading movements, right? And so there are many women there in that room that I got to connect with who are interested in building and growing their businesses. So that I know that there are going to be workshops, there's going to be seminars, there's going to be trainings where my ideal client is. Where do they network? Who do they do business with on a regular basis? Who also caters to this audience. So this is now when we're getting into a little bit more about connections and collaborations. Who do you collaborate with? Well, who else serves her? Where else does she go? Who else serves her? What clubs or organizations can you rub elbows with them? What websites do they go to or rely upon? What podcasts do they listen to? What personal clubs or professional associations do they belong to? And who might have a list of these people? So these are all practical ways. If we know that our ideal client is everywhere, we just have to be visible and get in the same room and get in front of them, help them self-identify. These are the places that you're going to start. This is where your ideal clients are. Okay. So now I want to talk about, once we know where they are, there's 3 things that we do inside of building and growing a business. No matter if you're selling coaching or mattresses or anything, you have to attract your ideal client. You have to. That is marketing. And I know that marketing is such a scary word sometimes, especially when we're building our business, because it feels like, I don't know what to do. Here's what you do. These are just ideas. You don't need to do all of them by any stretch. But this is what you do to attract people into your ecosystem. You have to be visible, my friends. Most of you, the reason why you don't have a 6-figure business is because of visibility. And you're not sure what levers to pull to create more visibility so that you can attract people into your ecosystem. Once they're in your ecosystem, then we can nurture them, build relationships with them, build a know-like trust, because nobody's going to buy until they're actually trust you, right? And then you can invite them to work with you. So there's 3 pieces here that we work on. And many of the clients that I work with start actually with the invitation piece, right? Booking discovery sessions. Let me just book a gazillion discovery sessions and sell my 90-day XYZ program, right? Well, guess what, honey? That's the last thing that we want to do. That comes at the end. We have to attract the right people, right, into our world. We don't want to be just trying to book discovery sessions with people in the slow lane because they aren't interested in doing anything different. We want to attract people into our ecosystem. We want to nurture them and create relationships, because guess what? People don't buy with people they don't trust. So we have to do that piece. And then you can invite people to work with you. So here's a list of all of the cool ways that you can bring more people into your ecosystem. One of the things is doing like an online workshop or masterclass. I just did that recently, Unlocking 6-Figure Success. If you want access to that, type in the chat 6 figures. I am happy to give you the replays, the call recordings on that. You can do an in-person talk. Love to do in-person talks. So I actually grew my business to 6 figures by doing in-person talks. And then I also did online talks. So I do a combination of both. But in-person talks are a great way to do what? To attract the people that want a solution to their problem right, because of your talk title, to give them value, teach them what it is that you're doing, how it is that you can help them solve their problem, what is the transformation that they can have by working with you, and then inviting them to work with you. You could post daily on Facebook. Hey, who are my women who want to find more clients? Raise your hand, right? You guys might have seen that recently. Hey, who wants to learn where to find more clients? You could do a Facebook group swap. So what is that? It's when you go into somebody else's community who serves your ideal client. This is why we want to know where they're hanging out, right? So that you can give value and share. And then they can also, your person, if it is resonating with your ideal clients, you want to bring them in too, right? So it's a swap. You can share a freebie on your Facebook page, right? Another thing here with this freebie here. Happy to share this with anybody who wants it. You can add your freebie link to your bio on Facebook or your Instagram handle, right? Who wants to attract more soulmate clients? Share the link to the freebie so that people can get it. And that is the way that you then know when they download your freebie, they're self-identifying, they're raising their hand saying, yes, I want to learn how to attract more soulmate clients. I want to learn how to shed the last 20 pounds. I want to learn how to not burn out or to open up 2 extra hours of time on my calendar. I want to learn how to get healthy meals on the table in 30 minutes or less, right? We actually help you inside of Activate Abundance create what we like to call an irresistible freebie that is going to help your ideal clients find you and help you find them. So when they download your freebie, you're like, oh, cool, here's somebody that I can actually connect with and nurture and see if there's an opportunity for me to serve them. You can change your profile banner, right? So this is a ninja tip, y'all. If you haven't done this already, I really want you to think about this. Your profile banner, whether it's your personal page or Facebook group page, or if some of you have business pages, that is prime real estate. That is where you can say, hey, who are my women who want to get meals on the table in 30 minutes or less? Here's my freebie. So you can actually create this picture in Canva, by the way, free, and post it up there to, again, anybody who lands on your page, anybody who you're friends with, anybody who you meet inside of another Facebook group can actually see that, click on the link and get it. Post what you do in your mission. This is so, so important. One of the things I see often, and this is an obstacle actually to your success, is just posting the offer. And here's why this is an obstacle. Your person is listening to the same radio station that we all listen to. It's called WIIFM, What's in It for Me. Nobody wakes up and says, I'm going to go buy a program. Everybody wakes up saying, I am so tired. I want a solution. So you need to share the value that you do, why you do it, and why are you passionate about doing it. It's important. People connect with people. Can we just go back to the basics here? Like if we think about marketing and the way that people actually purchase, we know, that when somebody connects with us and makes us feel really, really good and is giving us value and helping us, we want to spend money with them. And I'll give you a perfect example of this. When I went to purchase several years ago, we got new living room furniture, new dining room furniture, new office furniture. We went into this store and, we didn't buy everything at once, but we started with some, new dining room furniture. And there was this woman there and she was lovely and she was helpful and she was kind. And I was like, you know what? She's pretty damn awesome. Like I really enjoyed the shopping experience. She wasn't, irritable. She wasn't just like, meh. Like I could tell that she really was interested in helping me. And so guess what? She got lots of my business. Not only did I buy my dining room set from her, but I went back and I bought my living room set from her. And I went back and I bought my office furniture, these lovely bookshelves, and can't see the desk, but it's totally beautiful from her. So, and it's because I could tell that what she was doing is she was helping me find a solution. She wasn't just saying, oh, you want a dining room table, like, boom, there you go. She was like, oh, tell me about what style you like and what are you looking for? So super important that you share what it is that you do, but also why are you passionate about it, and actually help them with the transformation, not just, pop in, oh, you're interested in losing weight by my weight loss program. Okay, so you also want to share your proprietary process. And if you don't have one, this is important. And I highly recommend that you find a coach that can help you with this. Why? Because your proprietary process is a series of steps that is going to allow you to share how you, in your own unique way, are going to help get them from where they are on Pain Island to where they want to go on Pleasure Island. So this is your framework, your system, your method, your code, your proprietary process, whatever it is that you want to call it. My framework is actually a system. It's called the Soulful Abundance System. And this is what I teach inside of Activate Abundance to help people know what to do, when to do, how to do it, so that you are really, really clear on who your ideal client is. What are your pricing and programs? Do you have a program that people even want? Let's create one. Make sure that it's a hell yes offer. Are you pricing it appropriately so that you're not undercharging? Do you have a proprietary process? We take care of all of that inside. And then we teach you how to attract, nurture, and invite. So it's a process that people invest in. People don't invest in 90-day programs. They invest in a process. And so you want to have a process. You can invite people to a workshop. You could run a challenge. You can ask engaging questions to help your clients self-identify. Hey, who are my women that, would like quick and easy meals, for breakfast? I have a free resource for you. You could collaborate with others who serve your ideal client. This is where we talk about collaborations and strategic partnerships. You could be a guest speaker in someone's paid group. You could be a guest on the summit, right? We've got 31 amazing women here on the summit sharing information to help those of you that might need their support. You could put a free training in somebody else's paid program. You could write an article for a magazine or a blog post that your ideal clients read, right? Ask current clients you love if they know somebody like them. So I'm going to let you guys kind of read all of that. I don't have time to go in depth into every single piece and every single one of these. This is just to give you an idea. And I wanted to share with you all of the ways that you can attract your ideal clients. There is no lack here. There is absolutely no lack here. I want you to see how incredible the opportunities are for you to serve your ideal client in a way that feels fun for you, right? Some of these ideas you might be like, I'm a hell no for that. Okay, don't do it. Some of these ideas you're going to be like, yeah, I can totally do that. Great, do that, right? But there is no lack of ways to attract your ideal client. Okay, so you got 55 ways here that you can attract your ideal client. Now, another way that I want to share with you are ways to attract your ideal clients. And one of the best ways, hey, Sarah, I'm so glad you're here, is with a freebie, some resource that gives value, right? So this is a freebie. It is a resource that gives value. I'm giving you exactly the information that you need to learn where your soulmate clients are, how to attract more of them. And look, here's even some ideas on freebies that you could potentially create to help give them value and begin the nurturing process that's in the middle, right? So this is a hell yes freebie. Like, I wish I would have had this when I was building and growing my business. Good morning, Maria. I'm so glad you're here. So again, if you want this freebie, I'm going to share it in the link below, but make sure that you also comment below, freebie or attract, any of those words, and I will make sure that I will get that to you. You haven't missed it yet, Sarah. No, I'm so glad that you're here. So great to see my amazing clients here. It's so fun. So these are different ways, and I want you to print this out. I want you to print this entire workbook out so that you can have it on your desk. So when the idea pops in, I don't know where my ideal client is, we can press the bullshit button on that and we can go to this as a cheat sheet and be like, oh, no, I know exactly where they are. Let me do that today. Okay. So freebies. These are the things that we know work really, really well. And all of these ideas can be absolutely effective and potent, but it's really about hitting on the one form of gift that your ideal client, hey, Margaret, actually has a huge perceived value for, right? So again, why did I create this? Well, I created it because the number one question that I get, and the number one question that I had when I was building and growing my business was, where do I find clients? Right? So I'm like, oh, well, I know how to help people find clients. Let me create something that is absolutely going to give amazing value. That is a no-brainer, that they're going to give me their name and their email address so I can bring them inside of my community and continue to support them and give them value. So I want you to think about this as an idea generation tool. Whenever you want to come up with a compelling incentive that is going to help you attract your ideal client. So if you are on a summit, or if you are featured on a podcast, or you want to share something to your Facebook group, absolutely, Maria, you absolutely get to have this. These are the ideas that you get to choose from. And this is also the way that you create a freebie that people actually want and doesn't really suck, right? We want to really think about, what is it that your ideal client needs and is asking for already? Not something that you think that they need, but something that they actually want. And here is an analogy that I want to use. We can either attract our ideal clients with broccoli, right? And what do I mean by that? Broccoli is something that we know people need. It's healthy, it's good for you. Like, somebody wanted to eat more nourishing foods, like we might say, well, broccoli is really good for you, but nobody is going to be like, yes, give me the broccoli, right? We want to lead with chocolate. People are going to be like, yeah, give me the chocolate. Like, the chocolate is actually what I want. We're still going to give them what they need, right? If you're a health coach, you might say, hey, these are the types of chocolate. You're going to lead with chocolate. We're going to give them the broccoli, right? So lead with what they want and also serve them with what it is that they need. But we want to make sure that we're actually leading with the chocolate. So ask yourself, is this freebie chocolate or broccoli? Is this something that they would be like, hell yeah, I want that? Or is this something that they'd be like, yeah, maybe not so much. So these are just different ideas. So think about, a 3-part video mini course. It's so easy. Like, I actually have the mini course from Unlocking Six-Figure Success, right? So the masterclass series, I could turn into a little mini course and just share that. A recording download, right? So if a Facebook Live has been really valuable, have the ability to download it, keep it forever as a reusable resource. It can be a major attraction to the right person. So this one is full of value. This is I could download this recording and share it, package it together with this freebie that I'm showing you. And this is a great freebie, right? Webinar slides. If you are teaching a webinar, you can actually give the slides. Hey, who wants the show notes or the slides? Workbook, right? Can be used the same way as slides to sweeten webinar signups, right? Like, why do we just want to go to a webinar? Rarely do we ever want to be like, yeah, let me spend a shit ton of time online today, right? None of us are saying that, but we want to learn something. We want a transformation. We want to create value, right? You guys are here today because you want to learn how to find more clients, right? If I would have said, hey, just come join my webinar, you'd be like, yeah, I don't think so. And a workbook like this that people can take away is really, really beneficial. Journaling is great, right? Again, I want you to think about things that people are going to use on repeat. Things that they can have in front of them, that they could print out, that they could use on repeat and refer to. Why? Because that makes you an authentic leader in your world. It is going to give them something that they can refer to you so that you are front of mind all the time. Yeah. Tip sheets are great, right? So you might notice that I've given you also tips here. So this is a combination of a multiple of these. Infographics, excuse me, are also really, really fun. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It could be just a simple infographic on, where to find clients. It could be an infographic on what makes a balanced plate. Margaret, you could do an infographic on, who wants, the download of, the chakras and what are some affirmations that could go with each chakra to create more balance, right? Infographics are great and people are going to refer to them. A resource list. So you could put a whole bunch of your favorite resources or tools with the URLs, the links leading to your favorite resources. You could do a 5-day or a 7-day email mini course, right? We are teaching something specific each day. Still highly, highly popular. Tip of the day, right? Who doesn't love a fun, quick, easy tip of the day, right? You could just share a tip of the day and have them sign up for your tip of the day. So I actually do that. I am on somebody's weekly, gosh, I don't even know what she calls it now, but I get text messages from her like 3 times a week on these great tips. And I love it. Quote of the day, right? Who doesn't love to be inspired by quotes? This is so good. Cheat sheets give people specific instruction and tips on how to get a task done, how to put something together, right? So these are really popular to use as a reference card for maybe repetitive tasks. So think about, a sacred self-care checklist. Think of, a activity checklist. One of the things that I share is actually a 100-day offer checklist. So people can actually download a checklist to check off when they've invited somebody to work with them. So, so much fun. Cheat sheets are great. Free sample chapter. So this is for those of you who have maybe created an ebook. You could actually share a little piece of that, or if you've created a real book. This is something that you'll see me do in 2024 because my book is coming out in March 2024. So I might be sharing some free samples of chapters. Meditation, right? Oh, so you guys are in the wellness world. So what is a meditation or something that you could share, right? Free meditations that people can download, music downloads, free graphics. So think about clip art package that might contain marketing graphics or photos or, a free gift that you could share with them if you're able to design these yourself, right? Templates. Any type of templates that are going to help people. So maybe you have a healthy plate template. Maybe you have a stress relief template, right? It is going to allow you to create these things that are good, that they get to use over and over again. Forms. Another one. Contests. Contests are so fun, right? I actually just did a contest for Unlocking 6-Figure Success. We did the Activate Abundance bingo card. And people got to check off different things. And it was part of a contest. And 3 people won amazing prizes. One was a half VIP day with me. So contests are really fun to do as well. Access to an app, or even access to your membership for like a short period of time. So for those of you that are a little bit further along in your business that might have a membership going, this is also something that you could do, like a 14-day free access or a 30-day free access to something of value to give people what? An experience of you. All of these things are giving people an experience of you and giving value. So we're leading with value. We're leading with generosity. Okay. And then a couple more, you can say, throw in 2 ideas for the price of one here. If you have a tiered membership group, like maybe you've got somebody who is getting access to your free download, you could give that a limited time for maybe the first 50 members or something. So that also creates some urgency, right? We want to make sure also that there's not fear here, but there is urgency. Why? Because people need support and encouragement to actually take the action to get off the starting line. And if there's no urgency to do it, if people feel like, oh, I can just do the thing next year or next month, then there's really no urgency for people to get the support that they need to create the result. All right, my friends, pop in the chat for me. I would love, love, love to hear where you could find or reach out or be in a room where your ideal client is. Yeah, Margaret. Oh, I'm so glad that resonated for you. I really want to see. So just pop in the chat here. Where would be one place that you know that your ideal clients are already hanging out and they are in the slow lane? They're not the sidewalker that's not looking for a problem. So I want you to pop in the chat. Where's just one place that you know your ideal client who's in the slow lane looking for a solution? Where's she hanging out? It could be in person. It could be online someplace. Okay. And then the other thing that I want to invite you to do, because why? We have to implement. Information is fantastic, but we don't do something with the information, nothing happens, right? information, the information that I'm giving you here, does not create transformation if you don't do anything with it. So I am all about taking inspired action. I am all about you picking one thing that is going to allow you to create momentum in your business today or this week or within the next 24 hours, whatever it is that you choose. So from all of the ways that I gave you to bring somebody into your ecosystem, to attract an ideal client to you, I want you to pick one that you are going to take action on in the next 24 hours. One that you're going to take action on in the next 24 hours. So if you're here live, I want you to pick one of those 55 ways. I want you to pop it in the chat. I want you to let it be easy. Why? Because when we start in motion, when we get in motion, when we take one action step, that is the first step to creating momentum in our business. If we're sitting on the sidelines and we're just getting ready to get ready, or we're, doing something which I like to call procrastinating, right? We're thinking about planning. We're like, yeah, these are all the different ways that I could do, but we never do anything with it. That is keeping you playing small. That's keeping you hiding. And that is an obstacle to your success. So I want you to pick one. I want you to create accountability for yourself. Pop it in here below. Great. So Maria says, online, the biggest place where people share what they like and want. Beautiful. So Maria, I want you to even get even more specific with that. Where online are they? There's a lot of different places to be online, right? Are they on TikTok? Are they on Instagram? Are they on Facebook? Are they on YouTube? Are they listening to podcasts? Where are they online? And then Sharon said she's going to do an online workshop. Yeah, so beautiful. Sharon and Maria both are actually going to be sharing information here inside of the summit. So Sharon, if you're going to do an online workshop, fantastic. You're just going to want to decide what the topic is and where you actually want to do that. So amazing. That's a big lever to pull. I'm so proud of you. So the rest of you that are watching this on the replay, I want you to type here, really do this. Like, this is creating accountability for yourself. Write it down. Commit to it. This is the difference between being a six-figure business owner and struggling and hustling. Because if you don't take action, nothing changes. You have to take action, my friends. You have to make sure that you're picking something that you would love to do and take action on it. If you don't take action, it's not going to happen. Facebook, I'm making my Facebook group. Amazing, Maria. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, ladies. This has been so much fun. One of my favorite things to teach is really, giving you some practical steps that you can take. If you are not already in my Facebook group, well, actually, we're doing in the Facebook group, so you are already here. If you're not already inside of Activate Abundance and you would like more support on specifically customizing ways that you personally, in your personal business, get to do this in a way that you love. If you want my eyes, my ears, and my heart on your business with you, I want you to type in call, because this is something where either you and I can get in Messenger and I can share with you a little bit about how I can help you. I'm going to ask you a couple questions and see where you are in your business. And we're going to decide whether this is even a good fit for you first. Is it a mutual fit? Or we can also hop in a clarity call so that you can make 2024 your best year ever. As a matter of fact, it's not even too late to bring in your entire year in Q4, but you have to be willing to get off the starting line. You have to be willing to do something about it, right? So Activate Abundance is for those women, not on the sidewalkers, not those that are just interested or maybe about it. Activate Abundance Academy is for those women that are willing to go all in and say, this is the year that I'm going to stop playing small. I am going to really get out there and impact more people. And I'm going to create a six-figure business that I love, doing work that I love, helping transform people's lives. So if that's you and you're an action taker and you want more information, I will love to have an information call with you. Awesome. Sarah is going to do an ebook. Fantastic. Sarah, awesome. So here's something, ladies, that I want you to, again, just be really clear on. When you're picking an action here, this is something that you are going to take action on in the next 24 hours. Okay. So if you already have the ebook, amazing, Sarah. If it's already written, start sharing that. That would be great. If you can't action it in the next 24 hours, I want you to pick something different, because action is where it's at, right? Okay. All right, my loves, have an amazing day. I will see you guys next week. Let's see, we've got amazing people popping in here every single day. So be sure to listen into the Feminine Economy, download the freebies, get the guides, get the freebies that are either in the comments or in the description. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to check the description session where you can access all of our amazing guest experts and the generous resources that they are giving. All right, loves, have an amazing day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.